Hey, this is Peter from PetesCruises-n-Travel and allinclusivecurvingcruises.net. Question is, will you need a booster shot, a COVID booster, to cruise? Well, that's coming up. Remember, as you watch this video, to hit the subscribe button and leave a comment or a question if you have one. But let's talk about whether or not you'll need a booster shot to cruise. This is Peter from PetesTravel.com and allinclusivecurvingcruises.net. Today we're talking about whether or not you're going to need a booster shot for your upcoming cruise. As you know, there's just so much going on about the cruising industry and so many questions being asked. They're thankful there are many people who are going out to cruise, but at the same time there are many who are not, because with Omicron, that's reaping havoc in so many industries, and the cruising industry in particular. People are just hesitant to get out there. And the big question people are wondering now is, will I need a booster shot? You know, my guess is that we will eventually need a booster shot to cruise. There is talk where the CDC is looking to upgrade what they consider to be fully vaccinated. So, it used to be those 2 shots, or in the case of Johnson & Johnson, 1 shot. But now they're looking to upgrade that to include a booster shot. And there are some places where they're already saying, hey, you got to be boosted before you can enter our place or before you can get on board, whatever. And this is now happening in the cruise industry. You'll find that there are some cruise lines that have already announced that if you want to sail with us, you have to get that booster. I understand what they're doing. They're really trying hard to protect guests and also to prevent shutting down again, because you know what it is. Back at the moment, there's a breakout on a cruise ship, and we've been seeing that. Thankfully, not really great, but we have been seeing many cruises coming back with people being infected with this virus. But you know, the moment that happens, because cruise lines are required by law to report these things, then it's going to send a shock wave, through the industry again, and there are going to be many people saying shut down, lock down again, and they can't afford that. They really can't. You look at the numbers, and they're losing billions of dollars. But so, will you need a booster? Well, so far we have some cruise lines, smaller ones. Thankfully, not the big ones yet, but smaller ones like On Cruise Adventures and a German luxury line called Hapag-Lloyd Cruises. They will require the booster as of February. So this is just today's the 30th of January. So in a matter of days, cruisers taking those lines will have to be boosted before they can get on board. And then there's some others, more well-known ones like Viking Cruises, Cunard. There's P&O Cruises, Azamara, and these are smaller kind of luxury lines. Azamara, Silver Seas, and then there's the smaller Lindblad Expeditions. This one gets you into places like Antarctica. These will require the booster shot for in some cases for some of your cruises, and other cases for all of your cruises. And this requirement takes effect in March. So So as you can see, it's catching on. This, do I need a booster? Will we require our passengers to be boosted? It's catching on. So it is starting out with the smaller cruise lines. And then I believe eventually the bigger ones are going to say, yes, we need you to be boosted. So here's my thing. Excuse me. If you have booked a cruise for this year, or if you're planning to cruise, you've not yet booked a cruise, but you're thinking about it, I suggest that you go ahead and get boosted, because I believe, especially if the CDC is pressured into announcing that to be fully vaccinated means to be boosted as well as getting the first 2 shots or the 1 shot from Johnson & Johnson. If they make that announcement, then there goes that. Everybody will have to be boosted before you can cruise. So, as I was saying, if you plan to cruise this year, I say go get that booster shot. I know, God's willing, that my family will be taking a cruise later this year in June, and so I'm definitely going to get boosted. I'm going to encourage everybody as well to do that, because I just think that's where we're headed at this point, and I don't want to wait until the last minute. Well, luckily for people who will be vaccinated closer to their cruise date, then there will not be that requirement to be boosted, because if you're vaccinated, say your last shot is 4 weeks before you cruise, then there's no room there, window for you to get the booster. But if you've been vaccinated, if you completed your vaccination regimen, say 5 months ago, then the cruise lines are going to say, get the booster, right? So if you've not been vaccinated and you're thinking of cruising, then maybe wait until it's closer so you can get the 2 shots or the 1 shot, and you won't have to get 3 shots or 2 shots. If you're following me, 2 shots, Moderna, if you 2 shots plus the booster is 3, Johnson & Johnson, 1 shot plus the booster, 2. So if you don't want to get too many shots, don't want people shooting into your arm, then wait until it's closer to complete the original vaccination regimen, the 2 shots or the 1 shot. That way you won't have to get the booster. But if you've gotten that your last, the second of the 2 shots or the 1 shot some time ago, and you're planning to cruise this year, then please go get that booster shot, because I believe that eventually, in a short time, I believe that they will be asking everybody to be boosted before you can get on board their ships. So this is Peter from PetesCruises-n-Travel.com and allinclusivecaribbeancruises.net saying, hey, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you someday on the high seas. Remember, subscribe, leave a note, say something. Talk to you later. Bye.